TV. Gonna grab a drink or three, because you know it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. 2 lads from Yorkshire and another bloke from Somerset, supping and chatting away with each other, you never quite know what you're gonna get. Mark is a spark and his barbs are sharp, he has us crying. For an electrician his banter is electrifying. There's a designer, the guy with the cider. John is the landlord and they're all on Happy Hour TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Happy Hour TV. Thank you for coming along and taking a look at what we get up to each week. It's 5 o'clock on a Friday and we're here. We've got the chaps on the screen. Say hello, guys.
Yo.
And go on, John. You start us off. What's your week been like? Just nice and quick. What have we been doing?
I'll tell you what I've achieved this week. Since last week, I've managed to install plinth along there.
Oh, look at that! So no hamsters can hide under it.
Hey! The hamster might be there because I've got no idea where it is.
Still gone.
It's escaped several times actually. We keep on finding it in the sofa.
Oh.
We found it and put it back in the cage and thought, yes, we've got Buzz Lightyear back.
Get a padlock.
And the next thing you know, one of the children has opened the cage door and Buzz Lightyear has done one again.
Oh, get a padlock. Goodness me.
Just don't find him again. Just leave him, let him go. It won't sound so anyway.
Go on, Mark. What's your week been like?
Well, I'm still a man of leisure.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but I did have a job interview this week.
Oh, the world of interviews.
Still waiting on word back for that, so fingers crossed.
I'm no good at interviews.
Looking promising though, so
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And we did the interview over Zoom online as well, so that would have been...
Big shout out to Zoom.
Yeah. Well, apparently, John, they were complimenting him on his video quality and his microphone and everything else.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
fancy that.
Yeah. Very good. It's been a bit of a crazy week. I'm behind on my magazines. I need to crack on. So, we're going to keep this episode short so I can get back to work. Honestly, it's just been relentless.
When you finish all this lockdown and shielding and whatnot business, Neil, basically madness, when you finish all this madness, when are you going to find time to come for a beer?
Oh, goodness me.
Oh,
These magazines have fallen behind this month. And when that happens, it's a knock-on effect for next month.
Well, shall I tell you what you're doing wrong? I'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You keep answering the phone to people that want help with their laptops and tablets.
You're not wrong. Let's
People
just
like me and Mark.
leave it there before we get into bother. Yeah, you're not wrong. Good, and that's been pretty much my week. It's been a bit of that. So yeah, it's helping people online and stuff. So cool. Let's find out what we're drinking. You know me. I'm always a champion of me Thatchers. I'm going to be... taking the cap off. I'm on a vintage this week. I'm going to drink a vintage. What are you on, John?
I've got a pint of finely pulled real ale from a Yorkshire brewery.
Nice.
Hand pulled and simply divine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm popped down to Saltaire again.
Oh.
Nice and close.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, that South Island, isn't it?
It's a very nice one.
Very quaffable.
Yeah.
I tell you what I could do with John is, and I don't know if you have breakages, allowance, with your glasses. I could do with a Thatcher's glass.
All right, come down for one.
Because this is no good, is it? I'll have to come down. Yeah, I'll have to come down. This is no good, is it? I've got a cider in a hobgoblin glass.
Yeah, peasant.
Right, let's clinky in then, gents, and welcome to another week. Clinky, well done. Cheers, gents.
Cheers.
Okay.
Far too long for this beer deal.
Goodness me. Yeah, it's been one of them, isn't it, this week, right? Yeah. Before we get on to our guest for this week, shall we have a quick what happens next? Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's crack on. Good. Right, here we go. This is I've got 4 for you this week. All right. Some of them are nice and short, so we should be okay. Let's watch this one. You ready? Here we go. Have a look at this one. think we've seen enough bird action.
Nice bird there.
Yeah, beautiful. Go on. Have you seen this ad before?
I can remember. No.
Okay, all right. John, let's go to you first. What's your thoughts?
My initial thought, I can't get out of my head, so I'm going to say it's KFC all day long.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, all right.
I'm going to say that you know, this is how we treat our chicken. They have an absolute life of Riley. You know, they get massaged, they've got their own PTs, and then they get to go into your discerning mummies.
Burgers.
Brilliant. Okay, and Mark, what do you reckon?
Well, I've absolutely no idea, but the chickens were keeping the heads and the beaks very, very still, so as if it were.
Have you ever done that with the chicken? Have you ever found that actually works?
You've
never had. Right. Okay. Right. You've done that. You've got chickens and birds, haven't you, John?
I've had loads of birds, and the thing is, the chicken. You might think that that's computer generated. It's not.
No, they do that.
The heads will always stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
But when they walk along, the heads go twice as far as the actual distance that they walk. They're constantly hopping backwards and forwards. But if you grab hold of one, the heads are very.
So go on, Mark. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's obviously warming the chicken up or giving it a little massage. But I've got no idea what's going to go on. But there were 3 chickens there, I think. So I think we're going to use them as sort of darts and throw them. Not a dartboard.
Well, I just hope that this video doesn't come from Great Orton.
Yeah. And what product do you think? I mean, John's saying KFC, but any thoughts on product, Mark?
I've absolutely no idea.
Okay, right. I've lost you on this one. You're going to find this amusing. Let me bring it back up on the screen here.
So you're talking about, well, the self-proclaimed luxury car manufacturer, and they're saying, look at these chickens.
I thought, Mark, you were going to get that. I thought you were so close. It's like you were saying, they're making a point that the bird is like, stable, and and I thought, he's so close. He's so, he's kind of got the point. And then you were like, no, we're just going to use it as darts.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's go on to our next one then. All right. Okay, what's your thoughts, chaps? You all recognise the person?
We do.
Yeah, it's Sandra Bullock, isn't it?
Oh, goodness.
What was it?
Jennifer Aniston. Right, okay. Go on. Mark, let's start with you and we'll let John...
I think a later products is normally a hair care type thing, but I didn't like doing the hair care aisle there.
No.
Like some sort of a beverage. So we'll go for some nice, can't reach your water, some sparkling water.
Okay, all right. John?
Sparkling water.
I don't know.
The first image when it turned round, the camera shot was all about a midriff and a bottom, wasn't it?
I didn't spot that, John. I Mark did either. Yeah.
In my head, I had images of him approaching her, getting on all fours and letting her stand on his back and dominating him. That's the image that I had in my
And
head.
she would have probably liked that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She'll stood at his back with his giant stilettos.
With Sandra. Yeah, Sandra would like that.
Yeah. And I reckon it's some sort of Durex and lube.
In the drinks aisle. All right, John. Mark, any thoughts on product? You said sparkling water.
Sparkling water, yeah.
No, that wasn't the question I was going to ask. Mark, any thoughts about what happens next?
I think he's going to have to try and give it a little foot up. Or he might just get his own bottle and walk off. Leave her struggling.
I'm with you on that one. I think you've got it there. I think you've nailed it.
Should we go with that? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
John's getting restocked.
Here
Here we go. Let's have a look.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Well done.
Classy. Yeah. Not sparkling water, but you got it right there, Mark. I'll let you take
We got that eventually.
Yeah.
Did I say Heineken?
No, I don't think you did there, John.
Oh.
Oh dear. Okay, let's go on to our next one. Here we go. This is taking us back a few years. All right. You may recognise it. Okay. Guys, what do you reckon?
He hasn't got a cat and else chance to get that car in there, is he?
I think it's a bit snug. What do you reckon, Mark?
I think in the background were two little old ladies, two little old dears walking past.
There was.
Do they maybe see that he's going to struggle and pick up the van and move it?
Oh, is it ringing a bell?
And sort of shuffle it along. I don't know. Something just tells me that I think these two little old ladies pick it up and shuffle it along a little bit to help him out.
John, what's the product? What are they trying to sell?
What's the product? It's got to be something proper stodgy food product of the 50s and 60s. You know, they'll say, "Look at us, we're strapping, we are."
50s and 60s. Goodness sake.
Earlier. You know, so something which has stood the test of time. And they're like, if you eat plenty of this, then you're absolutely fine. You'll be.
So you think something that the old dears are
So the old dears
have given them the strength to do. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mark,
So they're doing reps with that pickup truck.
Mark, what do you reckon?
Like porridge.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. And
Come
you'll know it when it comes up. Steady. Yeah, perfect.
I like the trumpage.
Oh.
No way.
Say thank you with Cadbury's Roses.
Mark, what's the song go like?
Red wine. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much.
There you are. See, knew you'd know it. Right, there you go. Thank you very much. It's Roses, and I've got one last one. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I've got one last one for you. Here we go. Yeah, good Sunday afternoon. Get out and do some fishing. Yeah. Any ideas what might happen here? John?
I think he's gonna open his picnic basket up and there'll be no food in there, just a little portable player, and he's going to put the music on, and the fish are literally going to just jump out of the water and into his net without him even trying. He's not going to have his rod in the water. He's just going to sit there smoking his pipe and I don't know, and have a glass of port or something like that. So I reckon it's a alcoholic beverage that is advertising.
Any thoughts, Mark? Any thoughts?
Well, I think on same lines as John, where I think he starts playing the music and the fish start jumping out into his net. But is it the records he's playing? Am I right in thinking it's somebody like Max Bygraves or Des O'Connor?
Did you see it? Did it flash? It just showed you it was Des O'Connor.
I didn't see it. I just saw the sleeve. I didn't see who it was, but I think I remember it was like Des O'Connor or Max Bygraves.
Yeah. Let's have a look. You are not far off, John. Not far off at all. Let's go back to it. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here's your Des O'Connor. There it is. Look.
Remember romance, the way we would dance.
You're right. He's having a smoke there, John.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
From the start,
That's what it's
a
advertising.
man who thinks a little bit bigger.
Oh, very good. Very good. Right. There's your what happens next this week. There you go. There you go.
Okay, chaps. So I know we've got a guest waiting, so we're going to do a super controversial question and really throw us all under the bus because there's no winner here. There's no right answer. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. So, who is the better cook? Is it your mother or your woman?
And our guest this evening is... let's bring him in.
No matter what you'll say, you're going to get whacked by a handbag. Or more. Yeah.
Well,
Don't answer it, Mark.
I think they both do well, but
there's no sitting on the fence.
I think it's got to be a mother.
Yeah!
Oh, it's got to be a mother.
Well, I'll be really...
She makes some legendary soups, does my mother. But yeah, well known for a good soup, but yeah, she's good. Not like mum's cooking.
Compared to my mum, in any way, shape or form, I'm sorry, Lauren, but my mum is head and shoulders above any other cook in the world.
Yeah, my mum's not around anymore, but if she was, it would be me mum's cooking, without a doubt. So I can safely at this stage say it's my wife's.
No. You can't sit on the fence. No, we're not out that. No.
Then it's me mum's. Right. Moving on.
Now we're
moving
all
on. Yes, yeah. Let's welcome in our guest. Let's move on from this really quickly. Let's have a sharp exit. Let's bring in our guest, Mike Herbert. He's from the Royal British Legion. He's our guest for the episode, and he's going to tell us all about the poppy appeal. Let's bring him in.
Good evening, Mike. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. It seems like such a long time since we've had the chance to have a conversation at the very least. But it's normally we normally have a lot to do with each other during the summer, don't we?
We do indeed, and we normally late spring with VE Day and then Armed Forces Day, and then the things that we do at your place which are brilliant. And of course, we've got the things going on in the village, which of course this year didn't happen. You know, the summer fair, and you know, it just all went pear-shaped, didn't it?
It's a massive shame.
Yeah, it's just been really a drag for everybody, and we've kept together as a unit, which is really good, because at one stage we thought that we would probably fold, which wouldn't have been very clever, because I don't think it would have been easy to, you know, bring us back. You know, you need people in the unit, in the branch, who actually know the way things work, to encourage new people to come in.
It's a mechanism that depends on each, you know, a part of it for it to function properly. And you can't just take away 12 individuals that have all got, you know, specific strengths and purposes, and then just reform out of nothing.
No, it's you're right. It's extremely difficult, and the branch that we've got, the members that we've got, to give them fair due, you know, they've stuck together. And like all of these situations where you've got clubs and social branches, it's very hard to do it when you're distanced. I mean, we'd normally meet once a month, and from that meeting would be lots of other sub things going on, you know, all the year round. And of course, this year, what a year for it to stop, because of the 75th anniversaries of VE, VJ, you know, the end of the war. And really, a lot of those boys and girls now, even if there were civilians and kids at the time, they're coming, you know, to the end of the track, aren't they? It's very, very hard. So it's just a shame for us, really.
And of course, Mike, we normally do the very big fundraiser using the music festival and various other attractions like the coconut shy and raffles and face paints, all these different things that we use to generate cash every summer.
Indeed.
The consolation this year, because it was cancelled due to COVID, is that it was torrential rainfall on that day.
Well, I'll tell you, if you think back, John, of all the ones that we've done there, and for us, it's been, there's so many great positives to doing it at your place. You know, it's right in the centre of the village. Everybody knows it. We have such a good time, and the weather, we've always just about nicked it, haven't we? And I mean, I remember,
we've been very lucky.
Yeah, we have, and I think only perhaps once when we've been, I can remember it when we were stripping everything down and repacking it, and it was bloody torrential rain. But I mean, you know, apart from that, no, we've been lucky with the weather.
Very lucky, yeah.
And great support from the people in the village and the surrounding areas, and of course yourself and your good wife and all your friends and relatives. It's been fantastic, and the great thing as well, if you want to put your money hat on, is that exponentially the income that we've raised for the branch and for the poppy appeal, because as you know, we split it between the branch and the poppy appeal when we did those things, very much kept the branch very, very able to function. So
that's fantastic. It warms me to hear that sort of thing, Mike. It's so satisfying to hear that I'm propping up and helping. That's precisely what I want to do. I want to contribute. I want to help. In fact, it's just come to me now, actually, Mike. It's just over a year ago. In fact, it was yesterday that we had our football fundraiser.
I remember that well.
Remember that? It was yesterday.
A year ago. Goodness me.
October 27 last year.
Yeah, this year has flown by.
It has flown by.
And that was a brilliant game. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Very red-blooded.
Yeah.
Someone got a red card in that game, didn't they, Mark?
Well, I believe so.
Yeah, it wasn't you, was it, Mark?
I wasn't there that game. I missed that game, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I heard all
Who it was? Who was it, Neil? I don't know.
I think money was exchanged. I think that's all it was. That's all I'll say.
Some chicanery going on there, wasn't there?
Shenanigans. Some shenanigans got you off there, I think so. Mike, just fill us in now, please. Tell us how people can help this year, because this year is obviously very different.
Yeah, it is very different, but it's very patchy across not only the city of Bradford in this case, and I know it's replicated across other cities and other towns. It's dependent upon the number of volunteers you can get who are able and fit to be able to man the stands. If you're doing a stand, for example, in a man stand in a shop, where you've got all sorts of things for people to donate to, everything from poppies and badges and wreaths and all that sort of thing. Now, we're fortunate in the Thornton branch in that we've not only got a great set of members, we've got enough of them who've stretched themselves out to be able to cover a lot of our man stand work. So the other thing that you tie with that is that we normally raise around about 25k, something like that.
Wow. I mean, that's good numbers, is that? That's amazing.
It is. And about 50% of that is from one of our local supermarkets, Should I mention it or not?
You can. Yeah, we're not the BBC, so you can give them a mention.
Okay. They're not alone, by the way, but they've been a fabulous supporter of us on a retail view and that point of view, and that's Morrison's down at Girlington, and they've done exactly the same for us again this year. The tough part is keeping within the COVID restrictions, because the guidelines and laws and rules that we've had, my God, they've meant that everything that we've done has had to be sprayed, wiped down, bagged, labelled, and so on and so forth. So a lot of work involved. So the people that we had who were helping us to man those stands have stepped up to the plate and have done it for us. They're working long shifts though, and some of them are working by themselves, which is quite tough. If you stood behind a stand for 3 hours and then, and somebody else comes on, it's quite tough to do it. But the other thing that we're doing, so we've got man stands, and it is poppies. Contrary to popular belief, poppies are not illegal to sell. You've just got to take care about how you prepare them and how you handle them. The things that have gone out to places like John's Place, and clubs and shops, again, they're wiped down, they're sanitized, and we've got the collection tin. So that's much the same as it always has been. The curtailment, if you like, has been where we've had third-party donations coming from people. And it's really interesting is this, because I didn't notice it too much until I was manning the stand down at Morrison's. And the number of people who appear to now have got in a situation where they don't carry cash. They just don't carry it, full stop. And for us, we did adapt to that. We've got a cashless, cashless system of touch box. But it does work, but it's not the same for a lot of people. Not everybody wants to have that technology. But we're still doing poppies. We're still doing all the other things that we did last year. The range of what we're doing is cut somewhat because we haven't been able to get the supplies from they just aren't produced. Now, I'll give you a little example, just a little point. I normally store at my place, because it's big enough, fortunately, about 23,000 poppies a year. I store those so that when we're rolling, I can roll straight out, which is like, it's got to be prepared up, and you normally start that at the end of September, beginning of October. This year, the Royal British Legion told us that it was unlikely that they produced poppies. So the poppies that we got, talk about being 72 hours in storage. They've been a lot more than 72 hours in storage because listen, fortunately, I'd managed to scrape together about 10,000. So, and they've gone out. But when they've gone, they've gone. And so what's happening is that, so we've got a different sort of collection this year. Yes, we're doing a lot of cash, sure. And I think that for the foreseeable future, that will still happen. Because people sometimes they've only got 20, 30, 40 pence that they want to give. That's fine. Not everybody can put in £2, £3, £5, £10. And that's good. But we also do, I know Neil's got a print of this, but
I'm gonna stick it up there over Mark's face. So yeah, so it'll be there. So carry on, go on, talk it through, and the details will be there for him.
Okay. So we've also got an opportunity for people to scan with the QR code to use text numbers for £2, £5, and £10. Obviously to give cash. And also to visit the website, which is the Royal British Legion Organisation UK Poppy Appeal. If you go to that website, you get lots of choices of whether to give a straight donation, or another thing is that you can actually buy some poppies which they send COVID sealed in the post, half a dozen, and then you give them to members of your family.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's nice. I didn't realise they were doing that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because
I'll put the link in the description below, and also those text numbers. So all that will be in the description as well. So we'll get Mark back on the screen. So there he is.
So we are going to make it as accessible for people as possible.
Yeah.
I know a number of branches in Bradford, Royal British Legion branches in Bradford, where they haven't been able to get members who are of the correct age or health capacity to be able to do anything this year. And they're pretty upset, I can tell you. You can imagine if you've been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years, you can't do it. They're not stupid. They know there's an health issue, but it doesn't sit very well with them.
They're dedicated. Your volunteers are dedicated, and that's the difference. They're committed. They've got a commitment, and they want to fulfil that commitment.
Yeah, that's right. And we know we only get one crack of the whip on this. A lot of charities, and good luck to them, very overtly collect all year round. Good luck to them. I'm not knocking that at all. We have one chance, really. I know you can go to the website and you can donate all the year round, but people tend not to do that. People tend to hit the Poppy Appeal, unless they're doing something like John does at his place for an event for the Armed Forces Day. They tend to hit the Poppy Appeal during a 2-week period. And we've got, like down at Morrison's and everywhere else, those poppies went out 2 weeks prior to Remembrance Sunday, and that's all you've got. And after that, then sometimes you're lucky with the way that the weeks run, because obviously this year, Armistice Day is the Wednesday following Remembrance Sunday this year. So I know people will still put money in the boxes for us, and I know that our money will be down. It's just a question of how much. I'll be really lucky if we've only dropped 50%, and I'll be really happy with that if we've only dropped 50%. I'm not sure whether we're going to hit that or not, but a lesson to us all, and everybody who's a businessman or a businesswoman or handling charitable accounts or whatever knows that your fixed costs are always there. You're not diminished, they're there, and they hit you for 6. Our fixed costs, never mind the ones which are to do with property rental or the heating or the the lighting of people who we pay full time. Our fixed costs are the people that we look after, and they never go away.
Yeah, those costs don't change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you know, you're talking about the Poppy Appeal last year raised just over £50 million, and you know, we in excess of 40 million, because there's a rolling total going on. It's not, you don't just live hand to mouth, as you can imagine, but in excess of 40 million went out, was paid out, in all forms of benefits and everything, education, you know, everything that you can think of. It is, when I started to look at this, about where the money was spent, people think, oh, it's just for the veterans. It's not. If it were just for the veterans, we would have more than enough money, to be honest with you. It's not that. It's their families, it's youngsters' education, it's taking them on to the next step. If you're 30 years old and you've been wounded or you've been disabled in the armed forces, you need looking after, so do your family. And that doesn't stop. So we're nobody's mourning. We don't mourn. We're just getting on with it. And I said to our guys, and I don't need to say it to them, we met the best we can of what we've done this year, what we can do, what we can raise, and what we can encourage other people to donate. And with a wee bit of luck, that will be it. We'll never see the like of this again. The thing about it is I did make a little note for you, and I know you'll have a look at that with regards particularly to remembrance, because the Poppy Appeal's underway, right? Remembrance this year will be like no other. We know that, but remembrance doesn't stop. Whether you're going up to a war memorial, to a cemetery, to your granddad's grave, you know, whatever, it's still going to be there. And if you stand for 2 minutes and remember, that's what you need to do.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike. That's absolutely brilliant. Anything else to say, John? Are you happy?
No, I think Mike spoke really well there. And I mean, I'm full of admiralty for you, Mike. I think you're doing a marvellous thing. You really have got a tough task ahead of you. Yeah. But anything that we can do.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Brilliant. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Switch off your phones. It's pub quiz time. Over to Mark.
Right then, chaps. This week's quiz. We're going for UK place names.
Oh, flip it.
Either real or made up names.
Oh, for God's sake. No. Nice.
So, as usual, there'll be 10 questions. So all we need to know is it a real place or a fake place?
Okay.
Real or fake?
Real or fake.
That's the answers. Okay. Yeah. Go on then, Mark.
Yeah. Number 1.
Thornton. Sorry, Mark. Sorry.
I didn't even know what you said.
It's Thornton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. Go on. Number one.
Number 1. Brexit Heath.
I hope that's an easy one. Good.
Number 2. Bitchfield.
Bitchfield. Do I have to bleep that?
You have to bleep a few more then.
Go on.
Number 3. Donkey Town.
If that is true.
That's genius.
Number 4.
You want all of these to be real.
West Eastwood.
Oh, that's stupid, isn't it?
Number 5. Barrington Levy. Number 6. Bell End.
Can't be right. John. No comments. Mark, carry on.
Number 7. Plebgate. 8. Lick it end.
This appeals to his sense of humour, doesn't it?
Number 9.
Go on.
Shamlingham.
What?
Shamlingham.
Shamlingham.
Yep. Or Shamlingham. Gonna say it quicker. And number 10, finally, Fanny Barks.
Oh, that's genius. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant quiz. I love that.
God's sake. Well, I don't want you to repeat any questions. Anyway. But I have crossed one out. I've changed one.
Right. Okay.
Right. We'll declare it first. So, John, we'll do just do thumbs up or down. All right?
Yeah. Number 1.
So number 1, I think, is down. Yeah.
It was fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Real. Yes. Number 3. It was real.
No.
It's located in Surrey.
What is it?
What was it called again?
Donkey Town.
Donkey Town. Brilliant. That's great.
Yeah. That's where Neil's from, innit? Down south somewhere.
Anywhere below Sheffield south to you. Goodness me. Right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Anywhere below the M606 is south.
Go on, number 4.
Number 4 was fake.
Oh, in.
It's not fair.
Number 5
Yeah.
was fake.
Oh.
It was actually a reggae artist.
What was the name?
Barrington Levy.
Ah, right, okay. Go on,
Number
6.
6
Yeah.
was real. Number 7
You're not declaring a more deal? Oh, yeah.
fake.
No! Fake!
Yep.
What was it again?
Plebgate.
Plebgate.
I don't think pleb was a word, until like recent years. So
I think
wouldn't
it was
have
an
thought
actual scandal of some point in the
right.
2000 and whenever, 12s, 11s, something
Got
like
ya.
that. You know what I mean?
Number 8.
Was real.
That's it. I think I've lost, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's
Next one.
That's in Worcestershire. Yeah. Number 9 was fake.
Gotcha.
And number 10
Yeah.
was real. Yeah.
Genius.
Genius, Neil.
Look at that.
How many getting wrong? 1.
Nearly a full house there, Neil. Oh, no.
Whoa, what did I get? I got 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5, I think, yeah.
No need for a tie break. So thank you for that, John.
Look, on a tie break. We can still have a tie break.
No need.
Mark, do me a favour. Just pull out at least 3 of those drawers by 5 inch.
I'll do that in a bit.
Yeah, quick, do it now. Start a timer, Neil. Start a timer.
She was in the wings just briefly. Did you see?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
She's there. She's watching.
Yeah. So start the timer, Neil. Start the timer. Yeah. We need a little time in the corner.
Yes. Yeah. See how long it takes.
She'll sniff it out.
Right, okay then, gents. So the next question I've got for you is, have you in your time seen any films which you've considered to yourself, you know what, that's a fabulous movie, is that? But you feel is unlikely that someone else has seen. Have you got any in your minds that you've really enjoyed, but were really off the radar and out of the public eye, so to speak?
Definitely. I think my dad used to be a cinema projectionist, right?
Oh, really?
So he used to see lots of films and things. But I think just probably because of the age of the films and things that he would show me, they're of his era, if you like, more than my era. So I used to get to see quite old things. Let me have a think. Mark, go on. Have you got something?
Yeah.
I'll have to have a think.
Yeah. I'm not generally a big filmy person, because I put a lot of films on and I fall asleep quite a lot. So I see about 20 minutes of every film. But one of my favourites, but you've probably all seen it, is Coming to America.
Oh,
Eddie Murphy. Genius.
Fabulous film. Yeah.
Genius.
Brilliant.
Comedy.
Yeah.
But you've probably seen that, and then
Genius.
another one you've probably not seen, but it's just completely stupid film.
Go on, I'll see if I can.
It's not particularly a great film. I think it must have got some of them Raspberry Awards for being such a bad film.
Right.
It must have got a few of them. I'm pretty sure it did. There's one called Freddie Got Fingered, and it's a comedian, Tom Green, and it's just stupid.
I mean, even in the title, it doesn't sound right, does it?
No.
I'm guessing it's not PG.
Nah, that might be pushing it.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it, no.
Yeah, it's just stupid, daft humour, it's daft sketches and silly situations, and it's just a stupid film, really.
Right, let me see if I can find a clip. Have you got a clip in mind then, Mark?
An appropriate one, probably maybe a backwards man.
The backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I'm the backwards man, the backwards man. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I'm the backwards man, the backwards man. Backwards man, the backwards man. The backwards man, the backwards man. Backwards man, the backwards man. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I can walk backwards fast as you can.
Dad, what? God, name are you doing, you stupid little man?
Not a clue. That's as far off the wall as I can. I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much like that all the way through the film.
Is there a storyline to the film?
Well, he's a budding cartoonist, is this guy. So he's always thinking of new sketches and new ideas for characters. So this was one of his ideas, like the backwards man.
Right.
He also had everything back to front there, didn't he? And doing everything in the reverse action.
Okay, John. Go on, John. What's yours? Have you thought of yours yet?
Well, I'm quite a fanatic about watching my war movies, my period war movies, and I do like my World War II films. And one of my films that I enjoyed watching, I had on DVD, called Max Manus. However, one of my old friends came to see me about 10 years ago, and I lent him the DVD.
I've done this before.
And it never came back.
Never came back.
And I cannot find it anywhere on sale. eBay, Amazon, anywhere, YouTube. I just can't find the Max Manus film. It was all subtitled.
Do you know what language it might have been? Because you're saying it had subtitles.
It's some sort of Scandinavian language. I don't know which one it was, but it was Scandinavian. But you're probably you're probably going to struggle to find the clip. So I'll go one step further. And one movie which I watched over and over as a child, and I used to roll around the floor laughing at how daft these blokes were. Because normally, you imagine children and young people being daft and slapstick, but this really tickled me time after time. And it's a film by Will Hay called "Where's That Fire?"
Okay,
I think it
let's have a look.
Filmed during the late 30s.
Okay, yeah.
And it's all about a very small fire station, fire crew. And what they were doing is they were trying to compete with other local fire stations with how modern they were and how efficient they were at getting to the site of a fire and tackling the fire and saving the property or whatnot.
Okay, we've got a clip. So let's bring it up and you can talk us through it. Here we go.
Get out of it, will you? Really? Now listen first, we've got to shove this pole up through that skylight. So lay hold of it, and when I say heave, heave. Now come on, get in, ready? Heave! Ow! Heave! Ow! Heave! Ow! Heave! Ow! Oh dear. Oh, I'm afraid you forgot to open it. Don't turn over, Mr. Thompson. There's a lot of glass in the bed. Heave! Ow! Heave!
Doctor. The doctor, Mr. Thompson.
Well, this is the idea. That's the spirit. Never lie down here, troubles. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Hello, what's this? Wireless aerial? Yes, Oh, Mr. Thompson. Doctor, I'm so glad you come.
Out of the fire station and upwards and got it stuck in this gent's bedroom window.
What's going on here?
And decided that they're going to carry on going upwards to try and turn it around and come back. Wait to the fire station.
What is that? Hold on, there's a foot. Hold it. Now, get it on. Hang on to it. It's going. No, it isn't. It's going. Look out. Got one in the hand. Somebody don't stand there doing nothing. Oh, give me some elbow room. Oh, hold it still. Stepping. Hey, you want all the bed? Move over. Get that parcel out of the way. Ow! Don't stand there like a lot of dumps. Come on, everybody. Put it down. Put it out. Straight over. All hands on deck. Slipping. Hold it. Well, there's only one thing to do. What's that? Get another pole.
Great. Oh, that's one to watch. Is that
Proper innocent humour, isn't it?
Yeah. It's currently on YouTube, so I'll stick the link below.
Excellent.
It's old enough, maybe not to be, not to give us a copyright strike. That we might be actually all right putting that on. Let's see. Right, okay. I've had a think about which one to share with you. I'm a big Norman Wisdom fan. All right, but you probably know Norman Wisdom, right? I've got his discs here. I've got his box set, and there's one in here called The Early Bird, which is one of my favourite Norman Wisdom films. So there's that, but the hidden gem, all right, of a film is the Two Ronnies. Now we all know the Two Ronnies from like their TV shows, right? But they did do short movies and they did silent movies, all right? So this is great. All right, let me just I was sharing this with my dad the other day, just reminiscing and remembering this, and this is one of my favourite clips. Here we go. This is I'll just take the volume down. It's a silent comedy, so there's no dialogue to listen to. It's just all visual humour. This is genius. It's full of slapstick because it's a silent comedy. Yeah. It's all in the acting and it's all in the visual humour and stuff. So there's no dialogue in it at all. It's very, very clever, very, very funny. It's if you think back, let me just show you the title card. It's postcard humour. You know, it's British seaside postcard humour, and you know, the way it's been done is it's just very 70s, very 60s, 70s, you know, sort of orient, you know, thing. It's very funny humour, and I feel like a bit of it's lost in today's world. Yeah. All right, you know, just you know, if you think back, it's only I don't know, 10 years ago we had Little Britain on the telly.
Yeah.
You can't imagine any of that on there at the moment.
No, you can't.
And that's just 10 years ago.
Well, it's been pulled, hasn't it? Yeah.
You know, I think it's a travesty. I think Rowan Atkinson, the chap that plays Mr. Bean, he did a free speech statement, and it's on YouTube. You can find it. And he stands there and says, as a comedian, you know, why can't we have the free speech, you know, that we've always had? You know, it's, you know, but it's difficult in this age and difficult in this time. But I don't think there's anything in that would offend people.
No.
Possibly.
No. It's all about swatting a fly, isn't it?
It's about swatting a fly. Yeah. Cool. There you go. That's got to be up there with mine. And again, that's on YouTube, so we'll stick the link below. Cool. Brilliant. Great set of films. I'm going to watch yours, John. I like old things like that.
You know that there's another scene as well that comes to mind because the whole idea of
damage that roof on that building did that.
Adding the pole was part of the speeding up their response time.
Right.
Well, you watch the scene where they're speeding up the response time by putting the horse into well, what was it called? It was like it was a cart. It was a horse-drawn fire engine.
Yeah.
So you watch the scene.
The carriage that the horse is tugging.
Yeah, you watch the scene where they're sort of implementing the new methods to try and get the horse hooked up quicker and off the trot. That's a brilliant one.
I look forward to it, and in fact, I'll share it with my dad because my dad may remember it. Good. And Mark, I think yours is the Rotten Tomato. I don't think either of us are probably going to watch that.
No, I would recommend it.
Yeah, it's for grown-ups only.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, boys, haven't you got homes to go to?
Thank you, Lauren. It's another week, another episode. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for sharing those movies and things. Thank you to Mike. More importantly, thank you to Mike. The links are below. If you can donate, we'll quickly flash up the QR code one more time in that little box there for you. But if you can, please donate. Doesn't matter how small. Every little bit helps, and it's going to a great cause. And I think any charity at this, in this pandemic has really suffered, so let's all try and do our bit if we can. Cool, thank you guys, and we'll have an update hopefully next time on Lauren's skydive jump, so we'll do that.
Excellent.
But that link will still be in there, so if you can support Lauren and the skydive jump, please do, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys.
Before we clock off, Neil, can I just ask what the time was for Samantha to put those drawers back?
Okay. Well,
On that note, good night, boys.
I'll go get a bargain.
Put it out. 10 for tea.
Cheers, guys.
Right, we'll start with this.
Cheers.